I first used the word God, I was so embarrassed. I was in my room on my own, still in my marriage, sitting in this copper pyramid with tons of crystals around me and pictures of every fucking deity ever to have lived, and I was just so desperate to get to God. So then over time, like, I would get a bit more comfortable with this word, but it would still sometimes come out as love or source energy, and I haven't really looked at why I felt like that. I just was on this automatic pilot. It was part of the ego's foundation of my spiritual temple that I'd created at that time. So after quite a while, and when I got quite confident with the word, and I could sing it in certain places, like in my house or on my balcony, but I would never do it at the beach or anything like that, it was showing me that I was having more of a relationship with my world than God, because I was kind of embarrassed, and why would I be embarrassed about being true with myself? So fast forward a while, and I've left my husband, and I am now in a hotel room on 6 grams of mushrooms, and I'm in complete and utter awe. I mean, God is as real can be. It's just like undeniable. And once I experienced that, I could see what the play had gone on with this wonderful 3-letter word. I mean, it's dog backwards. Why anyone has a problem with the word God is just like funny to me now, but I used to have a big problem with this word. I used to think it was someone throwing around something way too powerful for me to come up against it. And so that resonated as well, and I thought, hang on a minute, I found comfort with this word, and then I found this word to be an actualization of energy within my beingness, and then now I get to promote this word back into alignment, because as I saw it, no one had a right to have an opinion on that word. I didn't have a right to have an opinion on that word. No one did, and no one in their right mind would. But most beings weren't in their right mind. We were thinking through the lens of the ego's mind and the perspective that the ego carries. So then it became like, I would go around, I'd be like, God, 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 God. Like, I would just literally just get so comfortable with this word. I was in India at the time, and I was like really just, because no one spoke my language much, and I just said it all the time, and it was a way for me to not think about my world. I wanted to brainwash myself with God, so I literally got so comfortable with this word that I embodied it. I embodied God, and I actualized God in our world by knowing Him so well, by knowing that God is real, that God is all that ever was, is, or ever will be, that it could never leave us even if we tried. And if it leaves your mind and your heart, that doesn't mean that it's not there. It's like when the sun is behind the clouds, everyone doesn't say, oh, the sun disappeared. God didn't disappear. He's just behind your clouds of despair and ideas. And so get comfortable with that, because what God wants from me more than anything right now is for me to make God cool as fuck, because God is cool as fuck. God is the most incredible energy on earth. Like, have you ever felt really good? That was God. Have you ever laughed your ass off? That was God. Have you ever felt incredible because you ate the most tasty cake in the planet? That was God. Like, you can only hang out with God when you're rad. So what does that tell you? It's pretty much a no-brainer. It's like, oh, God's rad. Rad God. Wow. I mean, how beautiful is that? The struggle for the energy out there is the monkey had you convinced that you could sin. How can you sin in an illusion? You're having a dream. Like, if you kill someone in your dream, I threw my newborn baby, out of the train. I was sitting on the train going to my mum's house. I looked at the baby, and it was sucking on my boob, and I thought, oh, and I just stood up, and I pulled the window down, and I threw the baby out the window, and I sat down on the train, and the baby disappeared. And I thought, well, that was easy. Now I don't have to have a baby. Did I wake up and feel guilty about that? No. You're dreaming right now. It's no different than when you go to sleep at night time. It's no different. Yeah, I did have that dream. I really did have that. It was a dream. No, I didn't do it in real life.
Oh my God.
But then what is real life? So I did really do it.
Wow.
I actually did it in a higher frequency, so that makes it even more like confusing if you want to give a fuck. But I don't care about my dreams, and I know that this is a dream, and if you wake up from a dream, you tend to want to use your dream as a way to figure something out in your day life. You don't try and figure your dream out. So why are you trying to figure your dream out? It's the same thing. You're actually at the deepest point of inception, because you come from a projection of light, which has already played out the reality that you're experiencing. So when it projects it out here, it's almost like it ate this, it ate that, it ate this, it ate that experience, it ate it vibrationally, all these experiences, and then it pooped you out as a human being, and now you're having the experience that was had for you before you came, so that you knew how it would end, because you know you're going back to God. God would never just leave us down here. I mean, it's just not what super compassionate intelligence does. Never once. Never once has anything come to you that you didn't ask for, that you didn't desire. And you have this free will. So please, with your powerful free will, if you've got enough courage right now, give it back to God. Say, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. This world is just so confusing. I have no idea how my body works. Everything I do, I don't even know if it's affected me in the way that I wanted it to, unless I lose a bunch of weight. Anyone stops eating, they lose a bunch of weight. That ain't no evidence for fucking anything that you know. It's just, I completely gave my will back to God a year ago now, and I kid you not, I am having the most incredible journey, and I know you're all due for exactly the same, because we're all on the same promise. So this isn't a exercise in, hey, I got all this shit and maybe you can learn something. No, you all got everything that the top conscious being has on earth, because no one goes on their own. You don't get up high unless you realize you can't do it alone. There's so many things that you sign up for to get to this level, and they're all to do with the collective, and they're all to do with infinite love, and that we hold hands and we're doing this together. So namaste, you beautiful angels. I love you all so much. If you knew, well, you'd probably all explode right about now. Sat Nam.